Your Country 1039 KGRT. That is Michael Ray and Holy Water.
Time now for the question of the day.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day. And our question of the day basically comes from the fact that today happens to be National Fast Food Day. Yeah. And don't worry, it's not like what's your favorite fast food chicken sandwich or anything else like that. No, this comes from something that I believe should happen for every teenager that is out there looking for their first job. Okay, hear me out on this. I believe that everyone's first job should be in fast food. And there's a good reason for that. One, you, of course, get that work experience, got to show up on time, got to get all your work done. Two, it's not easy working at a fast food place. No, not at all. And three, it makes you realize that, maybe that's not something that I want to do for the rest of my life. Give you that motivation to kind of move on. So, some places, some countries have mandatory, military service, and some places will have mandatory, service out in the public sector. I'd say that we should have mandatory, your first job in high school as a teenager should be working at a fast food restaurant. I did it, and it made me realize, you know what? I don't know if I want to get up this early in the morning and go to work. Oh, wait a minute. That one didn't work out that well. Oh, well, anyway, I mean, getting up and getting there at 5 o'clock in the morning to work on the grill was not one of the things that I ever wanted to do again. Now I just get here and talk. So, see, it worked for me, motivated me to kind of move up into different things. But I think that every teenager should get their first job in fast food so they can go ahead and see what it's like and realize, you know what, there are better things that I could work towards. I'll get there. And I'm not, it's not a dig on any of the fast food workers out there, because that's a hard job. It really, really is. But you always want to shoot for something, maybe just a little bit better. And as a first job, it
fast food, because that's what I believe should be happening right there. And we are going to go ahead and probably see if we can get my computer restarted because it is frozen up solid. I love when that happens right in the middle of everything, since we're going to be on the phone right now, so I don't need my headphones. But what is it? Should every teenager's first job be in fast food? That is what I believe, and go ahead and let me know if you agree by leaving those comments. And of course, you can always give me a call on the ZA Comics hotline and the ZA Comics text line, 575-523-KGRT. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on in and around the world. Saw that 4.8 million people watched Dave Chappelle host Saturday Night Live last week, and that was, I guess, one of the show's highest ratings this year for SNL, which is not surprising because Dave is hilarious. Also saw that Taylor Swift concert tickets went on sale yesterday. Some seats selling as high as $9,495, nearly 10 grand. Now, I love Taylor, don't get me wrong. I think she's awesome and she is a great performer, but 10 grand for a concert ticket, I'm going to pass on that one. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, it looks like we have ourselves a hot dog war as Sam's Club undercut Costco yesterday and lowered the price of its hot dog and soda to $1.38. Costco is still charging $1.50. So yeah, it looks like that hot dog war is going to go down. Yeah, please start a pizza war too as well, because I'd like the pizza prices to get down a little bit lower. Also saw that Subway is debuting some new vending machines that contain pre-made sandwiches. They're going to be installed in college campuses and airports and in hospitals, which is kind of cool as long as they keep those refreshed at all times, because nobody wants to look at the expiration date on a sandwich that's been sitting in a vending machine for a while. Or, yeah, I mean, sometimes you might be desperate enough to go for it, but I think I would pass on that one. And just a quick update in case you hadn't heard, Jay Leno actually ended up suffering some third-degree burns in not an auto accident, but a car of his actually started on fire. And it looks like he is going to be possibly needing some skin grafts right there. He was fixing a clogged fuel line on his 1907 white steam car when gasoline sprayed on his hands and face and ignited. His friend Dave put out the flame. So he is okay, but it looks like he might need some skin grafts for that. But just glad to hear that he is nice and safe. And once again, of course, our question of the day, and that is, should teenagers' first job be in fast food? I think that it should be, because it teaches you a lot of lessons. And then, of course, it makes you realize that maybe you want to move up on that ladder to go ahead and, look at better opportunities. We'll put it that way. Like I said, I am not disparaging anybody that works at a fast food place, because that was my first job. I've worked at a few, and it is a hard job. And let's see, somebody actually just sent the text message and said, no, that their first job was actually for Pepsi. They went to work right after school and spent 8 hours doing that. I think they should do military thing, though. Military is one thing, I believe, as well. But the reason I say first job is because that's where you're starting off right there. That's your entry-level job right there. If you're lucky enough to get something else that you've got to work hard to get through. But once again, when you get those entry-level jobs, of course, you want to move up into some of those positions. So that's why I think it should be that way. But if you're lucky enough to get something else to start off with, because my first job was probably just like a lot of people, I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school. But then I also moved on to working at a movie theater as a projectionist and an usher. And that was actually probably one of my most fun jobs that I had. But of course, you move up and you get these extra jobs and you get these other opportunities. So I think, but that first rung on that ladder, I don't know, just my personal opinion, but what do you think? What are your answers to our question of the day? Should every teenager start with a fast food job just to go ahead and get that experience learning and realize that there is a few more better opportunities that would be out there? So let me know your answers. Of course, you can leave your comments on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and let me know your answers to our question of the day.